Everybody, it's me, Jasmine. Welcome to my channel. If you can't tell by the title or obviously by this beat, we're obviously doing Zara Larsson inspired glam. So if that's something that you're interested in seeing, please keep watching. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share with your friends, etc. Yeah, let's get started. Anyways, I'm the type of person where I like to do eyeshadow first. So I'm gonna be going in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Mine is in the shade Caramel, just to prep my eyes. I really just love the Zara's makeup. And I kind of feel like she's helping with the resurgence of actually wearing makeup. I feel like the clean girl look kind of took over, and nothing against the clean girl look, because I feel like every now and then, like, you kind of want to, depending on what you're doing and where you're going, you kind of just want like an easy, simple look that's always gonna look good, kind of minimalistic, quick, get out the door type of look. So I do see why girls like it, but I do think the point of like makeup and fashion and things like that are to be creative and to be like expressive and things like that. So I don't know, kind of like admire Zara's makeup and her makeup artist, Sophia. I also feel like as soon as like the year started and people were like, oh my god, 2016 was 10 years ago, I feel like that also kind of encouraged people. I don't know if it's because people were posting all their 2016 looks, but I feel like people were kind of like, oh my god, let's wear some freaking makeup. But yeah, anytime I do eyeshadow, I personally like don't claim to be a professional by any means, and so I kind of just love to put tape on. It kind of just helps me with my eyeliner. And then I kind of like for my eyeshadow to kind of like be in like a cat eye look, just because my eyes are like very almond shaped, so I think it helps me out. So the palette, or the main palette I'm gonna be using, because I probably am gonna dibble and dabble in other palettes just to get the look together, but the main palette I'm going to be using is the Whimsical Bloom palette by Beaute. If you don't know who Beaute is or haven't heard of this brand, I highly recommend checking it out, especially if you're a lover of makeup, a lover of creative looks. All of her, first of all, she's a Black-owned business, so period. And second of all, she just has all these pretty palettes. Like, this palette is so beautiful. And all of the eyeshadows are like extremely pigmented. And I'm gonna be going in with these two colors because they match my outfit, duh. But yeah. I'm starting off with the blue color, or green, teal, whatever color this is. I'm starting off with that color and like putting it on my brow. I probably could have used a different brush. But again, I say, I'm no expert. I barely know what I'm doing. I'm just trying. I don't know if y'all are like me, if y'all are more type A or type B, or if y'all are like, I plan everything out, I'm super meticulous, or if y'all are like kind of like just go with the flow. I think the thing that is so funny is I haven't even tried on my outfit. Like, I know what I'm wearing in my head, but I have yet to like actually put it on. So fingers crossed that I actually look like somebody when I walk out the door. And also, I genuinely don't think that my outfit will be giving Zara at all. I don't think my outfit will be really giving Zara, but I think I'm just banking on the makeup looking like something. So yeah. So I wanted to define my brow bone with that bluish green color, and then I'm going to use the pink color as, I guess, a base color. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know the terms. I don't know the makeup terms, but this is kind of what we got going. I think something else that's kind of weird about me is I do my makeup in the dark. Like if it's too bright, I'm like, I can't work in these conditions. I need it to be dark. I only need the light on the mirror. I wonder if any of y'all are like that. I think the most time-consuming thing is going to be definitely the stones. And it is currently 5:15. I told my friend I'd be ready at 6:30. We got time. We're doing okay. Alright, so to add some definition to my eye, I like to go in with a darker color in the crease. And so I'm going to be using this Vava Bloom palette from Morphe, which I also recommend Morphe for eyeshadows as well. Very affordable, very pigmented, very good brand. I'm a fan of them. But I'm going to be going in with this dark burgundy color over here, and I'm gonna use like, I don't even know what brushes are for what, but I'm just here. But I'm going in with this type of brush. I feel like sometimes when I do my makeup, like it sometimes like looks skeptical. Not skeptical, like sometimes like y'all like you have to trust the process is basically what I'm saying. Like sometimes like I'm a little nervous right now, but like we're gonna get there. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm gonna go back in with some more concealer on my lid so that when I go in with the green on the lid, it has something to stick to. Okay. So yeah, we have our concealer on. I kind of like to let it dry for a second before I go in with eyeshadow. So yeah, I wish I had like a little fan, but I don't. I'm gonna use the same brush I used for the crease and kind of like dot on the ends of the crease. Just with residual eyeshadow, nothing like. And then I'm going to take a flat brush and go in with that green color that I used on the brow bone and put it in the center. Your makeup, I don't know why, but every time I do my makeup, I'm like, I need to put white in my inner corner. I feel like if your inner corner is white, your makeup looks done. I feel like eyeliner is so tricky for me because I have hooded eyes. so you like already don't have a lot of lid space. So I'm about to go in with my base. We're not done with the eyes, but I'm gonna do my base. So for my foundation, because we have to get this show on the road, for my foundation, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous foundation. I'm mixing the Glow Recipe drops with the foundation because it kind of gives like a, I guess, sparkly look. And then I'm gonna go in with this brush and kind of just paint my face on. I don't know what these types of brushes are for, but they actually are my favorite for putting on foundation. For me, I like to do brush then beauty blender. I know some people are like only brush people. Some people are only beauty blender people. I'm kind of both. I'm actually so nervous about the stones because I don't even have a, back to me being the most type B person you'll ever meet. I don't even have a plan for the stones and where I'm putting them. I'm just kind of going off of vibes, which is not good. I'm going in with the Tarte cream blushes. I'm a big fan. First of all, I am a blush girl through and through. When they talk about blush blindness, they're talking about me. I actually don't believe in blush blindness. I feel like if you put on blush, put on just a little bit more. But I just started like, I used to be such a liquid blush girl, but after I started using cream products, I really see the hype. It definitely, you can tell a difference in your makeup. It makes your makeup look a little bit more, I guess, seamless, professional. I don't know. I think this brand is called Pink Lips. Again, another black owned brand, cream contour. I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, put it where it goes. Then I'm going in with the Tarte concealer again, and I'm gonna put it under my eyes, bridge of my nose, forehead, yeah. And then we let it sit. I love to let the cream products sit for a moment before we start blending them out and going in with our powders, but I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face. When I do, I guess my bronzer, which I kind of did this too high up, but I just like to dab it rather than rub it. Okay, now it's time. Okay, I think we're coming together right now. But it's time to set the makeup with my favorite powder ever, the Fit Me loose finishing powder. I get mine in shade 35. I've tried high-end powders. I've tried so many different powders. No powder does what this powder does. This is my tried and true. If I could ever recommend any makeup product to have in your collection, it is this right here. I like to let my powder sit for a long time. So usually while I'm letting my powder sit, I go in with my bronzer and powder blush, and then I dust off my powder at the end. The reason I like to do my powder last is because I feel like it kind of fixes any imperfections that happened. I really want to wear a lot of blush. So let me show y'all my favorite blush palette. So I remember when I first got into makeup, there was this girl on Instagram, and I guess she had an up-and-coming makeup brand, and so she had this blush palette that I literally use, as you can tell, every time I do my makeup. She rebranded her makeup brand, and I guess she wants to be a clean girl. She wants to be basic, no shade to her, but I need this palette. So if you used to be Pink Shade Cosmetics, I need this palette. Put that on the website. I need her. I need her in my life. Sometimes I think, what am I gonna do when I hit pan on this palette? Like, this is really gonna be a sad day for me. So I'm gonna use a hot pink blush on my temple, and then I like to fade it in. So I'll go from hot pink to a lighter pink. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. And then I'm gonna go in with a soft, more baby pink on my, like, I guess the apple of my cheek or the center of my cheek. I'm over here making words up. Is that what you call it? And then that is kind of it. I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush to dust off my powder, and then I'm gonna use my bronzer blush. I can't talk. I'm gonna use my bronzer brush again, and to kind of like make sure everything's looking cutesy. Y'all, I feel like it's turning out good. It's turning out real good. I feel like for glitter, your finger is your best bet. So in this palette, I'm just going with, I feel like for every color in the palette, it has a shimmer to go with it. So I'm just using the shimmer that's correlated with the color I'm using. I'm using this Bratz palette for a highlight. I literally only bought this palette because it was Bratz, but it's actually really cute. The eyeliner on this eye looks a mess. I'm too deep into the game right now, so it's just gonna have to be what it's gonna be. I'm using lash glue as my adhesive for the stones. This is actually not that hard, y'all. I went with these simple, like I guess the traditional iridescent ones, because I felt like instead of trying to use a bunch of color, like they'll sparkle, and when the light hits them, they'll kind of look different and stuff. Ooh. I think while I'm bedazzling, I'm gonna come back after I get done doing all the stones. All right, so this is how everything came together. I kind of had to lock in, so when I left before, because I was putting on the stones, I was like, let me just lock in and get everything on. But this is the final look of my Zara Larsson inspired makeup. Super cutesy, super pretty.